Today the topic is on multiplying fractions by cross cancellation. Now when you are asked to multiply two fractions, you can multiply the numerators and then divide it by the product of the denominators. Now in this case it is going to be equal to 192 divided by 48. And then you have to divide 192 by 48 and finally you get the answer 4. Now our aim here is to make the whole process shorter and faster. And this method is really helpful when you are dealing with larger numbers. For example, you have 72 over 109 times 81 over 32. So when you have such large figures to deal with, this method of cancellation is going to be really helpful. Step 1 is to look for terms or numbers in the numerator and in the denominator which has common factors. If you look at 6 here and 3 in the denominator, both of them have 3 as a common factor. You can see in the multiplication table that 3 times 1 gives you 3 and 3 times 2 gives you 6. So when you cancel, you have to decide on the common factor first and then decide to divide the numbers with this common factor. As the step 2, you will not have 6 here anymore because you're going to divide these numbers by 3. Here you cancel the 6 and you're going to write 2 there because 3 times 2 gives you 6. So you're going to write 2 there and you will cancel this 3 and write 1. Looking at the remaining terms here, I have 16 and 32. I know 16 times 1 gives me 16 and it is 16 times 2 giving me a 32. So again I have identified the common factor here for 16 and 32, which is 16. Cancelling 16, I will write 1 here because this is the value. 16 times 1 gives me 16. And here I will be cancelling 32 and I will write 2. Now there is no more cancellation possible because it's just 2 and 1 there. So what happens here is in the numerator you just have 2 times 2 and the denominator is just 1 times 1, which is 1. So 2 times 2 is 4. Now using this question, I'll also like to remind you of one common error that I have seen where students cancel 7 and 7 saying that they are divisible because they have a common factor 1, but this is wrong. You should not cancel numbers even though if they are having a common factor or if they are the same numbers. You cannot cancel them like this or like this. Again, 14 and 35, you can see they have a common factor 7, so you can cancel twice 14 by 2 and 35 by 5. This is a big no. So here, looking into 7's table, you have 7 as the common factor for all the 3 numbers here. I have 7 cancelled. I will write 1 there. And 7 times 5, so 35 can be cancelled. And I write 5 there. Now I have 14 and 7. Again, 7 ones are 7 and 14, 7 twos are 14. So my final answer is 10. Let's look into the second example here. I have 64 times 108 in the numerator and 27 times 54 in the denominator. I can see 54 and 108, which means 54 times 2 can give me 108. So I'll just cancel it. 54 being the common factor, So 54 in 54's table is 1 time. I will cancel 108 and write 2. Now all that is remaining in the denominator is 27 times 1, and in the numerator you have 64 and 2. You can see that 64 and 27, they don't have any common factors than 1, and it's 2 and 27, again no common factors than 1. To straight multiply them, which is 64 times 2 divided by 27 times 1, which is 27. This is going to be 128 divided by 27.